there, this is Autumn Bear, acupuncturist, herbal enthusiast, dog lover, feng shui practitioner. I want to talk a little bit about what we would like to call the 3 stages of life. It's not necessarily, we're not really talking about, birth, aging, and death. We're really talking about 3 aspects of living, right? So the components and stages of transformation that we may go through in our life. And this is all based on a little bit of Taoist philosophy. And there's 3 main characters that kind of represent the idea of these concepts that we're looking at when we're looking at life. And the first concept is going to be the saint. And the saint is somebody who, this is about a person who is of service to life, right? They are ever giving, never taking, and they really have the ability to withstand being with people who have the harder aspects of life, whether it be disease, whether it be poverty, the aspects of humanity that can be really deep and dark and terrible and a lot of suffering. And the saint is somebody who works within the mode of this suffering. And in a sense, it's about the representation of self, and it's about how we work on the suffering of ourselves, because as humans, that is an aspect of life that we cannot really get away from. We all suffer in some way or another. It's just very different depending on the person. And so the person who suffers, this is about our challenges, about the obstacles that we face in life, and this is about how we face the deepest, darkest components of our person, right? So these are all metaphors for aspects of self. Then we get to the hero, and the hero is another stage of life where we kind of transform ourselves from really focusing and toiling and grappling with our own suffering, and we're trying to move forward to overcome that suffering. This is about taking those things that have happened to us, the depths of our person, working with the saint of ourselves. We are working in our own obstacles, and giving to ourselves so that we are able to take those components of negativity that we may have suffered, and how we transform that and allow it to become powerful. How do we take that suffering and become both powerful within ourselves, but then the ability to help others, the ability to reach out into somebody else and to say, I understand what you're going through. I went to something, through something similar, and this is how I overcame it, and this is how I'm going to help you overcome it. So the concept of strapping on your cape and flying through the air, and whether you like to wear spandex or not is totally different. But the aspect of the hero is really about the overcoming of obstacles and how you come out on the other side. And the third stage of this kind of life experience is what we call the representational character is the alchemist. And the alchemist is somebody who takes all the varying different aspects of our life, the good, the bad, the ugly, and transforms it, right? So the true alchemist is taking someone who transforms lead into gold, right? So the alchemist is somebody who is able to then live a life, not necessarily trying to constantly be the inspirer and, challenging and fighting these obstacles and, coming out the other side. Those things have already happened, and the alchemist is able to transform all of those experiences into wisdom. So the wisdom that we carry with us, the wisdom is what brings us to the ends of our life, and the wisdom is what we hope that we learn from all the challenges and things that we have done in this life. But whether it be good or bad, but the wisdom is what brings us into the next life, if that's what you believe in. And it's what brings some sort of peace and tranquility to our person, so that we can take both the good and the bad and allow that to be who we are, obstacle or no obstacle, challenge or no challenge, and to become the true essence of ourself and the wisdom of who we are, so that we can continue on this journey and enjoy all aspects.